next thing we're gonna do is stuff the arms. You want to take little tiny chunks, little bits at a time, like so. You want to make sure that you stuff it really full, because that's what gives it the shape when you soft sculpture. This isn't a floppy rag doll, this is a soft sculpture doll. So you want it to be nice and firm. I always say, if it feels like it's full enough, stuff it some more. See how squishy that is? You don't want it to be squishy. You want it to be firm. If you have a Cabbage Patch doll, you can feel how full and firm the arm is, and then compare it with this. This is not as firm. This is still pretty squishy compared to the Cabbage Patch. You see how I'm holding it to kind of keep the stuffing in place because it keeps wanting to come out. Okay, I think it's just about got it. I like to poke the stuffing kind of in the center. That helps it to not be quite so lumpy. And like I said, you can mold it, get the lumps out. Okay. So you don't want all this stuffing to come back out. And then we're going to sew it, and I just use a regular sewing thread with a machine. Okay, now we're going to stuff the legs. And just like how you stuff the arms, grab little pieces of stuffing and make sure you stuff it really firm. Okay, so I've got the legs stuffed, and now you want to pin it right sides together to the body. So this is the inside of the body, this is the outside. And we're going to use Thread Magic. It helps the thread to glide better through the fabric. And I'm just using regular thread and a ballpoint needle. I'm just going to baste it across. This is just to hold it in place until we stitch it together. And I'm going to go right on the seam that's there. The stitches are already there. The instructions say to flip it inside out and then insert the head inside it, put the zip tie on, and then flip it around. I've done that. It doesn't look good. it looks terrible. And then they want you to stitch the body closed so you see all the stitches on the outside. But we are going to do it different. We're going to flip it inside out, and then we're going to stitch it across the bottom of the body, so the only opening will be the neck, and that's how we'll stuff it, and then we'll attach the head. So I've stitched the body across just with a hand stitch, and now I'm going to go back and whip stitch it. This just reinforces it. So a whip stitch is just where you stitch it around so it gets the seam, kind of like a zigzag stitch. Okay, now we're going to stuff the body, and remember, again, small pieces, and fill in each corner, make it nice and full. You want it to be firm, just like the arms and the legs. And again, you can mold it just like Play-Doh, kind of squish it where you want it to be thinner. Pat it down, smooth it out. I used just about 10 ounces of stuffing. I had a 12-ounce bag, and I used about 10 ounces. There was only 2.4 ounces left when I was completely finished stuffing. Okay, now we're gonna insert the zip tie and place the head on it. I like to keep it a little bit loose at first, just so I can test it out, make sure it's in the right spot, make sure the fabric isn't stuck somewhere it shouldn't be, and then clip it with nail clippers or cuticle clippers. This is what your doll should look like, more or less. The arms and the legs are pretty firm. The middle is firm, but still a little bit squishy. Now we get to do the fun part, the sculpting.